Over to CNN Center and join our own former NFL players to find out what else we learned. Two-time Super Bowl champ Hines Ward is alongside Coy Wire.
Alex, it was an incredible weekend of NFL football. Last night's Monday Night Football game as well. And we're going to break down our favorite game, performance, and play coming out of the weekend. We'll start with this two-time Super Bowl champ, Hines Ward. What was your game that really caught your eye?
Well, of course, I'm a little biased. I'm going to have to go with the Steelers going into Kansas City and beating the Kansas City Chiefs. They were undefeated. Now, this is the third time that the Steelers have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, you remember they beat them twice last year, including the playoffs. But I feel like the playoffs, you want to sit there and play against teams you think you're going to see in the upcoming playoffs. So I feel like if the Steelers were to meet the Chiefs in this year's playoff, I like our chances.
It had that sort of playoff feel, even though it's so early in the season. My favorite game, Hines, didn't feature an undefeated team. It featured a completely defeated team, the New York Giants. They were 0-5 in the season, right, going into this game against the Broncos, who have an impressive 3-1 record. They were ranked 7th in the NFL power rankings, but the Giants, without their star Odell Beckham Jr., they had lost 4 receivers in last week's game to injury, but they come out in Mile High Stadium in front of the Broncos fans and took the victory. They now get their first win, and you know that first win of the season's a big one, no matter how many you have before.
It's always good.
They're partying like they're undefeated today. Let's go on to our best performance of the day. You want to feature a guy who they kind of nicknamed the whole state after him, Wentzylvania, for Pennsylvania there for the Eagles.
Yes, Carson Wentz. I mean, he's having an impressive second year. I mean, I think what he's done for the city of Philadelphia, for the Eagles franchise, I mean, right now they're 5-1. He's looking good, coming off a big win in Carolina against the Carolina Panthers. But, I mean, talk about it, 3 touchdowns, no interception, and look what he's done for the year. 13 touchdowns overall and only 3 interceptions. If he doesn't turn the ball over, I think Philadelphia will have a strong season this year.
I love his toughness for a young guy. And for my performance of the week, I'm going to go to an old guy, a 32-year-old whose son we're putting him out to pasture, saying that Adrian Peterson, one of the greatest running backs of all time, he was sent to the Arizona Cardinals after spending 4 games with the New Orleans Saints. And in his very first game, he has more yards with the Cardinals than he had in 4 games with the Saints. 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. This is a guy, as we know, when you move to a new city, it can be tough. Where are you going to live? Well, Larry Fitzgerald, another future Hall of Famer, invited him to come stay in his house. So that's where he's living. He's fresh in Arizona, and he has an incredible game.
The
Cardinals got a big win.
Yes.
Now let's go to our plays of the game, and we want to feature a heck of a catch.
Well, I got to go back to the Steelers and the Chiefs game. I look at Antonio Brown, great circus catch, and this was a crucial play during this game right here. It was 3rd and 2, but talk about the concentration between 2 guys, and then to be able to take it to the house. This is why Antonio Brown is one of the best receivers in the game. Look at this. You have to
unbelievable.
One hand, take the hit and take it to the house.
And it's amazing when it's in slow motion. That happens so fast, which makes it even more amazing. I also want to feature and pay tribute to the position you used to play. You had a lot of incredible catches in your career, but watch Laquan Treadwell.
Oh, nice.
Oh, my goodness. The Minnesota Vikings second-year player, an incredible grab. Again,
you know what we call that, though? What? Technology. Is it the hands or is it the sticky gloves that they have? But all in all, it's a great catch.
I would not be surprised if there was something sticky on those gloves. An incredible catch by Laquan Treadwell in his second year. Overcame a devastating injury in his last year in college and is now really coming to life for the Vikings, who have a pretty good team. I think we have one more fun play that we have to show our colleague Alex Thomas across the pond. What happens when a Falcons goes into the Dolphins' water? Look at this. You don't come into my house, says Kiko Alonso for the Miami Dolphins. This is carrying Taylor Gabriel, who's just 5'8", about 160 pounds.
Wet. I mean, 160 pounds
dripping wet. Alonso could have body slammed him as if he was a professional wrestler, but he just carried him, took him for a ride. What a ride it was in Week 6 of the NFL season. Alex, it was fun. More fun to come. Back to you.
Coy and Hines, great stuff. I couldn't bench press 1 pound, let alone 160. So appreciate that, fellas.